So remember that super scary Teton Pass that I was telling you guys about in the last video that has the 10% grade? That's where we are this morning. So I wanted to take you on this adventure from Victor, Idaho, over to the Grand Teton National Park. And look at us getting past, okay? I am by no means going slow, and we are getting blown off the road by this guy, whom is likely a local that drives this pass every single day. As previously discussed, this is not a route that I want to take in the motorhome while I'm pulling my toad. So today I am in my toad motoring along. I did speed this up a little bit, so many of you will get to feel like you're Yoshi in Mario Kart. Pretty sure I just showed my age there because most of the people that are under the age of 35 have no clue what I'm talking about. But here we go anyways. So today, as I mentioned yesterday, we are headed out to Jenny Lake. And the goal is to get there before that parking lot fills up. When I was at the park yesterday, it was insane around Jenny Lake. There was parking all down the streets. So if you ever are visiting the park and you want to actually see Jenny Lake, get there early. I actually arrive at Jenny Lake by 7:30. And guess what? The parking lot was almost completely empty whenever I got there. So I feel like it was a huge win for the early bird. I know you probably asked yourself, what is so special about Jenny Lake that everybody wants to go to it? So you can hike around Jenny Lake to Hidden Falls, or you can climb to Inspiration Point, or explore Cascade Canyon, or you can even do canoeing or kayaking on the lake. You can take a shuttle boat across, and you can even do a boat tour, which we're going to do today. But there's also wildlife viewing all around this lake. Welcome to Jenny Lake. So today I am going to show you why it is one of the most iconic and heavily visited destinations in the Grand Teton National Park. I hope that y'all are ready for what is beyond these trees. What you see nestled at the base of the very dramatic Teton Range is a lake known for its crystal clear water. Let's talk about why that is. So the lake's turquoise color comes from finely ground rock particles left behind by glaciers that once filled the surrounding valleys. The Jenny Lake was formed roughly 12,000 years ago at the end of the last ice age. What happened was massive glaciers flowed down Cascade Canyon, carving the landscape and depositing rock debris known as terminal moraine. As the glaciers retreated, meltwater filled the basin behind the moraine, creating the lake that we see today. Look at how tall these trees are. This is going to be really important because we're going to talk about them here in a little bit. But first, let's talk about this rock. It's just beautiful. I may have a newfound obsession with rocks because where did these rocks come from? How did they get down here? When I first planned this day, the goal was to get on the 9 o'clock ferry across and hike Hidden Falls and Inspiration Point. However, because I got there so early, I decided to just hike the Jenny Lake Trail that goes over to the other side of the lake. And that was 3.5 miles. Rough-ish. Oh, and we're about to have our first animal sighting. I'm so excited. He's a cute little deer, and you're about to see him. You probably saw him moving just a tiny bit over there. But in just a second, he's gonna pop his little head out. Wait for it. There it is. And he actually walks a little bit further out into this clearing, so you can see him really good in just a second. Now, I don't know if this deer knew that I was there or not, or maybe he didn't care that I was there because I wasn't a bear, okay? And speaking of bears, when I started walking on this trail, I saw a really cool sign that said, "Bears frequent this area." And I mean, why wouldn't they? Because look at it. It is stunningly beautiful. I would frequent this area too. So when you look at this, you can actually see the massive size of Jenny Lake. So for some perspective, it is approximately 1,191 acres. For those people that don't look at the world in acres, it is about 2.2 miles in length, and in width, it is 1.2 miles. The maximum depth of this lake is 256 feet. And this lake sits about 6,783 feet above sea level. And guess what I found? Another rock. Look at how huge this rock is, y'all. And I know he probably hitched a ride there on a glacier and is there due to all of the different glacier activity, etc. But I just love it. By now, I hope that some of you are putting together why this video is titled Lake Reflections. These rocks here got here likely due to a rock fall or a rock avalanche, and they just didn't make it all the way to the water. But they did make it to the trail, and that's equally as cool. Look at all of them up there. Okay, up next, y'all are about to see a lot of water, a lot of rushing water, and it's beautiful. So this is Hidden Falls. It is a 100-foot waterfall that empties itself into Cascade Creek. If you hike this from the boat dock, I think it's a super short hike, but I chose not to do that. So I got to walk 2.5 miles to this very, very beautiful waterfall that was worth it. Pay attention to this bridge because we're going to see this bridge from a different angle here in just a little bit. Remember when I told you to keep an eye out for that bridge? This is that other view that I was telling you about. And also look at these trees. Like, they don't seem as tall anymore because I am getting higher. So I'm on my way to Inspiration Point. And of course, for some reason, I love the dead trees. I think they add to what the whole park is about. And I'll explain that in a minute. But this is just a little pass through on our way to Inspiration Point. And then it was out on this little landing that I ran into this little marmot. Look at him. I'm so cute. He was just bebopping around. He did not care that I was there, except for when he came over and sat on his hind legs like a dog, begging me for a treat that I did not have. You see all those pretty rocks? I'm about to show y'all the stairway up to Inspiration Point. That's it right there. That is not a pathway. Does that look like a pathway to you? Nope, looks like some rocks. This view right here is looking down the mountain. And just so y'all know, these steps get even better. And I made it. This is Inspiration Point. So I'm going to show you a couple sides of Inspiration Point, then I'm going to show you the whole like panoramic of Inspiration Point. So you can see down this side, it's pretty lush and green. And just like that, there's another rock. Look at how beautiful it is. Okay, towards the end here, we're seeing some more downed trees, so let's talk about it. So they are essential for a healthy ecosystem. So they are natural fertilization, they're wildlife habitats, and they even prevent erosion by working as natural dams, slowing down rainwater and melting snow. This allows the water to soak into the ground rather than wash away the topsoil. The goal of the national park is to leave things in an unaltered state. Now, there are exceptions to this rule. One, obviously, would be trail and road safety. The other is fire management. If there's a lot of downed or possible fire risks near visitor centers or historic structures, they are going to remove those to lower the wildfire risks. So while you've already seen the surrounding Teton Range, you look out here, you get a panoramic view of Jenny Lake and Jackson Hole Valley. An Inspiration Point, 7,200 feet. Remember when I told you the stairs got better? Yeah, that's going down. And here we see a little marmot. He is probably the same marmot that I saw earlier, but this is a great conversation to have about do not feed the wildlife, guys. This little guy, you can't tell, but he is munching on an apple core, okay? You know what's in that apple core? Apple seeds. How do we know that those apple seeds are not toxic to this little guy? Not only that, they are not native to the ecosystem of Grand Teton. So throw your cores in the trash like good behaved children. Oh, look, it's the beautiful staircase again. But this one is being shown to show you that I am back on level ground by some beautiful rushing water. And I will tell you, like, I am so glad that my eyes can comprehend the level of beauty that you just see in this water. It is amazing. In case you can't tell, water is definitely one of the stars of the show today. this is me cruising to the boat dock because I want to get on that shuttle back across the lake so I can eat and get regrouped before I get on my boat tour. Cool thing, the first boat that I was supposed to be on this morning actually pulled up to this dock and a grizzly took off running, y'all, and I missed it. But I got to see some other really cool things. Oh, and look at these clowns. They were like, hey, I want to hang out in this elk antler for a minute. I was like, whatever, do you? I cannot believe that we have made it this far without talking about how Jenny Lake got its name. So Jenny Lake was named after Jenny Lee, and the name dates back to 1872 Hayden Geological Survey expedition, during which Jenny Lee assisted explorers traveling through the region. Jenny Lee was also a Shoshone woman who was married to a frontier mountain man named, and don't shoot the messenger, I didn't name this guy. His name was Richard Beaverdick Lee. I know, some of y'all just giggled. Okay, and so now I'm going to tell y'all a love story. So a little ways up the road is a river called Lee Lake that was named after Richard Beaverdick Lee. And this lake flows into String Lake, and String Lake flows into Jenny Lake. See, love story. And it flows into it right here at what is commonly known as the String Lake Inlet. So they are connected forever. Okay, I think I got time for one more story. So this is a story about a good guy and a bad guy. The good guy is the Snake River fine spotted cutthroat trout. This is the only trout that is native to the Grand Teton National Park. They are a shallow fish, meaning they're a crucial food source for over 40 species of wildlife, including grizzly bears, bald eagles, and river otters. Now, who's the bad guy? The lake trout. They are native to Canada and the Great Lakes. How they got here is a quote-unquote mystery. Now, here's the problem. Lake trout are bigger than the cutthroat and can eat up to 50 of them a year. They also like to eat cutthroat eggs. Not so good. So by the early 2000s, the cutthroat population was reduced by 90%. Unlike cutthroat, the lake trout live and spawn in very deep water, meaning grizzlies and ospreys cannot get to them, resulting in a loss of a critical food source for these animals. Many efforts have been made to save the cutthroat, and due to these efforts, they have made a dramatic comeback. Unfortunately, they have not been able to completely eradicate the pesky lake trout, so these efforts are ongoing, but they are looking very positive for the cutthroat. And this right here, that's Inspiration Point. I was up there, and I will tell you, it feels like you're way further up than that. I will say that the majority of the information today was brought to you by my amazing boat guide, Thomas. So huge shout out to Thomas. Thank you for teaching me all the things about Jenny Lake and Jenny Lake's surrounding areas. I learned so much on this boat ride. So guys, if you ever have the opportunity to take the boat tour, take the boat tour. These guys have probably forgotten more about Jenny Lake than I will ever know. Based upon what you saw today, it's pretty easy to see why Jenny Lake is one of the most visited areas of Grand Teton National Park. Just for fun, I looked up some visitor numbers. And so the broader Jenny Lake area receives more than 1.5 million visitors annually. Grand Teton National Park itself attracts 3 million visitors each year. So Jenny Lake accounts for a pretty substantial amount of that visitation. And that's a wrap from Grand Teton National Park. And tomorrow we head up to the very first national park ever, Yellowstone. So don't go anywhere. More really awesome, cool, great things are coming your way.